I'm Victoria Pearson, but you can call me V. And if you are here today watching my longer videos, there is a non-zero, probably quite high chance that you have seen my daily shorts before. I've been doing them for a while now, I think 9 months-ish. And so I thought I would talk you through my rationale behind why I do them and how my life has changed since I started doing them, what made me start doing it in the first place, all that sort of business. So let's do that. As you know, I can't actually function without making myself a cup of coffee first, so why don't you grab a drink as well, and some snacks and stuff, and we'll meet back in a second, alright? So, why I do my daily gratitude? Why do I ask you to take a big deep breath with me? Well, you may already know, if you've watched my introductory video, like one of the first long videos that I did, that there was a time not too very long ago when I was suffering depression, quite severe anxiety, I was becoming agoraphobic, all tied to PTSD. It was a lot. Then the pandemic happened and everybody was all like, oh, I feel so cooped up, I miss my real life, all this sort of thing. And I was kind of thinking, not much has changed for me, really, except that nowadays people want to Zoom call me instead of just text. That was bad for my anxiety as well, but we'll gloss over that. So during the pandemic, I was thinking that I wanted to make changes in my life when things opened up again. I wanted to get out there a bit more. I wanted to tackle the agoraphobia that had been creeping in and bring this anxiety under control. So I did a few different self-help sort of books, courses, things like that. Second, I'm going to show you one. Okay, so probably my favourite one that I did was this one, which is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. So, Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It is a 12-week long course which aims to unclog your creative blocks that you've got going on. And it does that in a number of different ways. And I found a lot of them really, really useful, actually. I found that it helped me to solidify my goals. It helped me to clarify in my mind what I was actually wanting to do with my time. And it helped me sort of muddle through a lot of feelings that I had been just letting build up and go unexpressed for a really long time. Part of what you have to do in the Artist's Way course is do 3 pages of vomit journaling every morning, just writing out whatever comes into your head as soon as you wake up. Now, I may have cheated and got a very little dinky notebook to do that in, because 3 pages at 6 in the morning seemed far too much for me. And I spent quite a lot of the early part of that course just writing, I don't know what to write. But once I got the flow going, really, really helped me. Now, some people might struggle with that because there's kind of a focus on religion and God, on faith. I found it fairly easy to adapt to my own belief systems. If you're really strongly atheistic and you don't believe in anything external to you, you might struggle to gel with it a little bit. Although there's nothing to say that you couldn't sort of change the God references to my own creative spirit sort of thing. And so it's adaptable in that way. At the same sort of time that I did that, though, or shortly after I did that one, I also did the Thrive program, because a friend was doing it and wanted somebody to do it with them. The Thrive program, you get slightly different versions of, depending on what the issue is you're trying to tackle. My friend was trying to tackle emetophobia, extreme phobia of being sick. And so their course was ever so slightly different to my course, which was more general anxiety, depression related sort of things. A lot of the concepts were very, very similar to the concepts in the Artist's Way, but it's a much more sort of scientific approach, much more practical approach. It's much more focused on getting that internal sense of control. I think maybe doing both of them together was really, really helpful. I was starting to feel quite a lot better almost as soon as I did those. But I was still feeling quite burnt out, very, very tired. I was struggling to see my blessings, and I was feeling like life in general was just a great big struggle, where I was always having to struggle against not having any money, or, always having stress and all these different things. It just felt like life was a little bit uphill for a while, Anyway, Then I went on holiday. My family went with a load of our in-laws, and we went to a caravan park, and we all stayed in different caravans but quite close to each other, and we spent the afternoons and evenings together and the daytime sort of doing our own thing, and it was really, really lovely. I love being by the sea anyway. I just find that one deep breath of ocean air is enough to just make my whole body relax. And so as soon as I arrived there, I was feeling really chill, really calm, and lots better. And as the week progressed, I thought to myself, is it really the location that's doing this to me? I don't think it is. What it is that I've made a conscious decision to step out of my life this week and focus on all the good things. I don't have to worry about bills. I don't have to worry about whether I've forgotten something really important at the school. I don't have to worry about my workload, anything like that. I'm just here relaxing and enjoying what I've already got right here in front of me. Just going to the sea on my own probably wouldn't have had the same effect as me spending that time with my family and feeling how grateful I was for them, enjoying what was right there in front of me, those simple little things. And so when we came back, I decided I wanted to keep that feeling going for as long as possible. I felt really almost like a new person entirely. I was relaxed, I was ready to do stuff, I was feeling productive, and I was feeling peaceful within myself. And I thought the only thing that's really different is every morning when I was on holiday, I would go out onto the little deck outside the caravan and take a great big deep breath of that sea air. And I was just taking time to slow down and notice the tiny little things that are always there, but that were making me happy then. Although, let's be honest, views like this almost definitely helped it along. On a random whim, I decided to, because my children were doing my head in, to be honest, squawking at each other and complaining. And so I went out and sat in the back garden and I did just a quick video of me saying to you, my first moment's peace, help me retain the peace that I was feeling on holiday because my children are driving me crackers. And it felt all right. It was a really big thing for me to post my face on the internet. I'm very anxious about people looking at me in general. And so it felt like a challenge to myself as well. And I have found that with my personal experiences with anxiety, depression, PTSD, giving myself those little challenges and achieving them is a really good way to help build myself back up. It may not work for everybody, but it does work for me. And so having that sort of challenge of having to post my face in the morning was quite tricky at first. It feels really natural now. It's just part of my morning routine to tell you what I'm grateful for. And that's a really big change. Has my life really changed much in the last 9 months since I started doing that? That's a difficult question to answer because on the one hand, nothing material has changed. I'm not earning any more than I was. I'm not doing anything majorly different than I was. My life on the outside looks pretty much the same. But my internal landscape is totally different now. It's like I've been priming my brain each morning to find something that I'm grateful for, something good, something that makes me happy. And because I've asked my brain to do that, it has delivered. And so now I don't have to wake up in the morning and go, oh God, what am I grateful for? I have to wake up in the morning and go, oh, what one thing am I going to say that I'm grateful for today? There are so many things that I'm grateful for. I have to say though, what I think the best part about doing my daily vlog has been all the lovely people that I've met in my comments since then. You're all so fantastic and I so love hearing what's making you happy each day. It really does make me smile so much. And I'm just so pleased to have found such a positive little corner of the internet. I'm a Twitter veteran. I'm not used to people being nice to me. What are you all doing? It's amazing. I love you all. You're great. And so, although my life hasn't materially changed much, I've got that attitude of gratitude growing in me and I feel so much happier. I feel so much more content. I feel so much more at peace. And I feel really lucky too. Because it is really easy to take for granted these things because we don't consciously take the time to notice them. Now that I'm consciously taking the time to notice these things, I feel so much better. Now, a lot of you are probably, if you're into the self-help sort of stuff and you're into my witchy sort of things, you might also be into law of attraction type things. And that was another aspect of why I started doing this. I thought if I can build this attitude of gratitude, then more things are going to come my way. I don't know if that has actually materially worked. I don't know if I can prove that that has worked. I feel luckier. but I'm not sure there's anything measurable that I can say I've definitely attracted because of my gratitude thing. But I'll tell you what I'll do. In about a year's time, I'll check back in again and we'll see if there's made any difference. And who knows, I might be mega rich by then, have sold a load of books and everything will be great. And I can tell you all that this definitely works. At the moment, I can't tell you that it's going to make your life completely change. What I can say is that doing my daily gratitude has made me much happier, and being much happier has made me feel much healthier and more able to tackle things, and I'm getting out there, giving things a go and having a little try. And on that note, I'm going to have to disappear because I have somewhere to be today, which was very unusual for me a couple of years ago, but here we are, I've got plans. So join me next Monday for my next vlog. Not quite sure what I'm going to be talking about yet. Might well be talking about my writing process in general, because I am this close to finishing my latest book. And so my writing process is very much on my mind at the moment. I thought I would share some of that with you. But yeah, I will be here. If you can't wait until Monday to see me again, I will be here every day in the shorts. Like I said, giving you what I'm grateful for each day. And I would love it if you'd jump into my comments and tell me what you're grateful for each day, because it is going to make you happier, I promise. Taking that big deep breath. I'm sure that can fix anything or at least make me feel able to handle anything. And also, assuming that I haven't killed him yet, I will also be here on Tuesdays showing you my terrarium. Dave, he's over 100 days old yet and he hasn't died yet. I'm so impressed with myself. I do not have a green thumb at all. Outdoor plants, fine. Chuck them in the ground. If they live, they live. If they die, they die. The strong survive. Indoor plants, they just come in my house to die. I don't know why. But maybe terrariums are the way forward for me. Who knows? I will see you next Monday. You have yourself a beautiful week.